Hi, I'm Greg Levin, and I'm Chairman of Crime and Safety here in the NODA neighborhood. I'm doing a video for a couple of reasons. Number one, there was a lot that went on at the last meeting, and it would be really hard for me to get it all down on a computer screen, and the reality is you probably wouldn't read all of it anyway. There's just a lot to go over. For starters, I just wanted to thank Eric Lindahl and David Kelly. They are the two assistant district attorneys who came to the meeting to discuss crime and safety from their perspective and how what they're trying to do for our neighborhood in terms of prosecution. There were a lot of things that we discussed, not the least of which is evidence that they have and the wide chasm between probable cause, which is all an officer needs to arrest someone, and beyond a reasonable doubt, which is what it takes to prosecute. And there's just a really wide chasm there, and sometimes it may seem like it's all in the bag. And we know as residents, and the officers know, because they're officers, they know that, you know, who did the crime, but proving it beyond a reasonable doubt in a courtroom is a whole different situation, and given the constraints that they're under with funding and everything else, they just wanted to come and talk to us a little bit about that, and it was a really enlightening conversation. If you weren't there, I'm sorry you missed it. We really did gain a lot of perspective, and the officers were there kind of, you know, sort of bolstering giving us a really wide view of what's going on, and how difficult it is to get somebody from arrest to prosecution. So it was a really great conversation, and if you weren't there, I'm really sorry you missed it. It was well worth your time. If you want more details, feel free to ask. I'm certainly open to telling you more specifically what they said, but that's the general gist. The other issues of note, for starters, the lights that are out along the streets. I've spoken to the officers. I'm going to get a list of those lights that are on the discussion group, and I'm going to forward that over to CMPD. They're going to, in turn, contact Duke Power and let them know this is a high crime area, it's a priority, please get on this as quickly as you can. Of course, any phone calls that you make to Duke Power with regard to a light pole that's out is certainly going to be helpful. It's not just up to the officers now to get it done. It's up to each and every one of us to call something in if we see it. And that goes for crimes, that goes for light poles, that goes for anything that you see that isn't in place, that doesn't seem right. Please call it in. We've had a number of break-ins. To be specific, we had 5 residential burglaries and we had 3 commercial burglaries. Now, and 24 incidents overall for the month. Now, overall, that may seem like a lot, but the reality is that for the neighborhood, it really is somewhat elevated from before, but it's not as bad as it could be. And the fact of the matter is, there are other neighborhoods that are rather adjacent to ours that literally had 18 break-ins within a 2-block area. So naturally, officers are kind of putting their emphasis where there's a rash of break-ins. They're obviously concerned about every break-in that happens in our neighborhood, but currently I think it's reasonable to expect that they're going to spend more of their time where there are 18 break-ins versus where there are 8. And then keep in mind, those 18 break-ins happened over a one-week period. Our 8 came over a month period. So relatively speaking, it's not nearly as bad here as it is in other places. Very close to us, by the way. So it is still very important that we keep our eyes open. We call 911 if we see anything that's out of place, and that we, and that we just stay vigilant. Keep your front porch lights on. Carry your cell phones when you go for a walk. Walk your dogs, and just call 911 if you see something that doesn't look right. The other issue that we discussed, it seems that there are a number of people who are walking around the neighborhood asking to mow lawns or do something for work. And while we all want to help people who might be falling on hard times, the officers are indicating to us that these people are quite possibly, while they're mowing your lawn, they're casing your place, and they're taking a look around to see what you have, how to get in, how to, and so the officers strongly advise that if someone comes to you asking to do some work for money, whether it's washing your car or mowing your lawn or cleaning your windows, whatever it is, that you just decline and move on. Without knowing the background of the individuals that are coming to your door, you really don't know who you're dealing with. And it could be that you're dealing with somebody who is dangerous. And that's the bottom line. It's unfortunate but that's where we live, and that's what we're dealing with right now. So given the current crime statistics and given the current climate, officers are suggesting that you not allow anyone that you don't absolutely trust or absolutely feel comfortable with on your property to do any kind of work. It's just not in your best interest, and in all likelihood it could lead to a really unfortunate situation. So try to heed that warning. Muttley Crew, again, has just been a great success. It is really making an impact in the neighborhood, I think, and the officers seem to agree. Again, while other neighborhoods' numbers are rising, ours are not rising as much, and that's got to be a result of our vigilance, programs like Muttley Crew, and our Strong Neighborhood Association, and folks like you who are taking the time to watch a video and find out what's going on. So I encourage you to keep it up. Keep just calling in anything that doesn't seem right, and coming out and supporting crime and safety events like Muttley Crew. It's a lot of fun, and I say this sort of embarrassingly. To be honest, at first I really wasn't sure it was going to be that great. I was like, oh, I'm just going to do this. People seem to like it. I'm going to check it out. And I got to tell you, both times I've been, it's been a ball. We've really had a great time walking around. It's a good thing for the community. It's good for your dogs, and it's good for you. It's kind of a win for everybody. So come on out to Muttley Crew. It's the first Friday of every month. Depending on how traffic is and how well we do the next couple times, we may increase it to twice a month. But for right now, it's the first Friday of every month. Keep keeping an eye on mynota.org. We'll have more information. The Twitter feed is up there, and all the other committees have their information up on mynota.org. So go and check that out. And that's it for crime and safety. Thanks for watching.